everyone, and welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon. We are back for more Fritz route. Yeah, we're back! Because in the last episode of this playthrough, we have started on Fritz's route, which is interesting enough. We basically, we're back in the Marchen. Ended up back in the Marchen in the beginning days of our curse. And when we were choosing who we should partner up with in terms of helping with our curse, we continuously refused any help within the Marchen borders of the people who live at the Marchen. So that ended up eventually we were out of town with walls, and there's an incident in which the two guys that were that were about to mob us before trying to steal our money, they came back. They showed up at the shop where we were supposed to pick up stuff for Parfait, and they of course they recognized us, and that they were like, hey, we have been ordered to get you, grab you, kidnap you in a sense, because we've been offered a lot of money for it. And so sorry. And so we made our escape thanks to the witch at the shop, and then we were running, but then Waltz lost us. We lost each other in the crowd. The two men eventually were gaining on us, and then we ran into Fritz. Of course, Fritz is around town, and he was super surprised to see us. And then he eventually helped us detain these two men, and then we had that option to punish them, but we didn't. It was to me it was a waste of time. It wasn't worth it. We just told them to never again bother us, and that whoever sent them was this witch that offered 1,000 gold coins to them in order to get us back or something. So anyways, that was all we could get from them. Fritz was really super surprised. He was like, where have you been? Oh my god, I can't, one day you just disappeared and no one remembered you, and I don't know why. And then, of course, we were questioning how it is that Fritz remembered us, and we were saying, oh, Fritz, this is the only way that you can remember us is that if you're cursed or something, or if you're a witch or you're a fairy, but, I think you're none of those things, so you must be cursed. But he's like, no, I'm not cursed. I would know if I was cursed, but we're like, what? Okay, so we were, on the fence about that, so we're like, okay, whatever you say, but we still think he is cursed, so Fritz insisted that we were taken back to his estate and to explain everything that happened ever since we disappeared, and so we did. We told him about our curse, and then afterwards he was like, okay, so now I'm back to being your dutiful knight, and I will protect you, and I will somehow get you back in the castle. And we're like, well, how are you gonna do that, because no one remembers us? And then he was like, I'll tell, I think it's Sir Alcaster? I don't know. He said he was going to tell somebody, or Sir Alcaster, his father, walks in, and then eventually we had to divulge our identity to him, and then Fritz did the same thing. He held nothing back. And so now Alcaster was just like, okay, whatever, princess. And then eventually he was like, I'll talk to Sir Mythros about this whole situation, and he'll see what he can do. And that's that. But of course, we both know that Sir Mythros and him are shady people, so that's bad news. But anyways, there's nothing we could do. Fritz eventually, takes us out, and then, gave us, had breakfast and shit like that. Was treating us really nicely and shit, and then eventually we were like, we gotta go back to the Marchen because we gotta explain where we've been. But then Fritz is like, no, you can't go back because it's not safe. And then we insisted, and then he was like, okay, maybe if I went back and I stayed at the Marchen, I can protect you. But we're like, no. And so then, and then what happened? Oh yeah, okay, so Dolores shows up after Fritz comes back from his, shift at the palace, and he was like, oh, this is your favorite doll, right? And we're like, yeah, of course. And then he leaves us here in this bedroom with Dolores. Dolores transforms back. She's like, where have you been? We've been worried, and we need to go back to the Marchen right away, because something's up. I don't trust, this household. So we came back to the Marchen briefly, but then it turns out that Parfait wasn't there. Oh yeah, and then the way we snuck out was that we snuck sleeping potion to Fritz, and that's how we snuck out. We went back to the Marchen, but Parfait wasn't there to talk to us, and so we insisted that we would go back. We assured everyone was we're okay. And so we were insisting that we go back to, the Leverton house, which is here, because we were like, Fritz does a really good job at protecting me, and I don't understand why you can't trust him. And Dolores was like, okay, fine, we can go back, but I don't trust you to go back by yourself, so I'm coming with you, because I need answers on some shit. And we had a little bit of fight because Dolores was saying some mean stuff to us, some tough love stuff, and we got really sensitive about it because, she was misunderstanding us. And then, so we marched back to the Leverton house, part way. And then we met up with Karma and Waltz, and they saw us. But then, of course, we were in a bad mood. And then Delora was like, okay, you know, just let her go. So we stormed off. But then we ran into Varg and Sir Alcaster talking. And then, of course, Sir Alcaster was talking about how, you know, the princess was is no longer in the house. And, of course, Varg was the reason why he's out here now in the town square looking for us. So we were trying to sneak around with that. Delora comes in with us eventually. And then as we were coming back to the house, we see Varg there, and we're like, oh shit, detour. So we snuck back around, but Varg, you know, ends up catching us anyways. And then he eventually takes us back to the house, and then it's like a really like a shady sort of like thing. And then we were like really weirded out by it. We went to sleep that night, woke up the next morning. Fritz was there, of course, and he was like, oh my god, where have you been? Like, I've been worried about you, blah blah blah. And so yeah, that's basically it. That's what happened. So. And yeah, my suspicion was that Varg and Fritz were like two of the same people, because, you know, it's highly suspicious that Varg shows up and then Fritz is gone, and then when Fritz is back, Varg is gone. So it's just like, what? Anyways, whatever. That's the beginning premise of his story. Nothing much has been revealed too much. This is the beginnings of chapter 5 of his route called Revelations. So I wonder what we will be discovering, what we will be revelating here. So let's continue. A week has passed and my days have been uneventful. I spend most of my time with Fritz, who shows me around NGL every day that he is able, okay? Most of the time I actively try to keep him out of the Leverton home so that Delora can continue her investigation. Yes, that is our undercover ruse right here. Was that Delora is back, she's in her doll form, under that disguise, and then, you know, she's here to like do some of her own investigating to find some of her own answers. So apparently this is the only way she will let me help. At least she promised you'll tell me everything tonight. Wow, really? Well, oh well, yes, Delora. This is a little hard to explain, but Alcaster is hiding something. Yeah, no shit. Delora, I already know that. I know. You didn't let me finish. Okay. When I say something, I mean everything. There are no clues here. Okay, yeah, because, again, I think during our stay here, or when we were left to ourselves and Fritz was over at the palace doing his, like, shift, we were, like, walking around, we're kind of, like, what's it called? Contemplating to ourselves, and we were like, oh, like, you know, you wouldn't have thought that two people lived in this house because everything is just so, like, plain and like not personal, not so impersonal. Yes, so it's like nothing's really shown any signs of like someone living here. So wait, before you throw that pillow at me, I really do have to tell you something. I know how Varg knew we'd left to go back to the Marchen. Oh, are you gonna reveal what I think you're gonna reveal? Somebody put wards on this house. Oh, okay, so that somebody is alerted whenever someone crosses the threshold in and out of this place. Oh, wow. So, own little security system. Is that person a witch? No. Could be a fairy, but considering the circumstances, I'll put my money on a witch. No. He's not, he said he wasn't a witch. I don't think so. So do you think Varg put up these wards? He's working for the witches, but I don't think he has the ability to put up these wards, right? The wards are nothing like I've ever seen. They're like fine silk strands all around the house. Oh. Like a cobweb. Right. But you know what else I found? What? The web's not as strong around the back door. The door Varg took us through. Oh. That means we have a way out. Oh. A way out will allow us to leave without Varg being notified. I do not think he will appear unless the witch... I do not think he will appear unless the witch who puts the webs around this house finds out I'm gone. How do we know that the witch won't be alerted if we use that door? Only one way to find out. Okay, let's test it. Let's like stick one foot out. Like, go out and then come back in. And then see if anything happens. I lean against the wall of the alleyway where I'd agreed to meet with Delora and catch my breath. I can't believe that worked. Wow. She had sent me out first, promising she would catch up with me once she made sure the witch wasn't going to come to the Leverton household when I left. Fritz said that he was tired from all that training he had done earlier in the day and retired to bed early. That worked in our favor and made it easier for us to leave the home. Yeah, but like then that means Varg can show up. I'm still calling it. She's taking longer than I thought she would. Has she been found out? I step away from the wall when I hear footsteps. Delora? See, I called it! What have I told you about wandering off? Oh, suddenly Varg is standing before me with a snide smile on his face. What the hell? How did he know? Delora said he couldn't be the witch that put up the wards. Back away, stand your ground. I'ma stand my ground. Yeah. I ain't about to back down. I ain't no little bitch. Stand your ground. He works for Sir Alcaster. He won't hurt me. I do not know how the witch plays into all of this and what his relationship is with them, but I have faith. Sir Alcaster does not want me harmed. Oh, this is a surprise. What? Who knew a sheltered little princess would have a backbone? Hey, wow, you rude. Don't be rude. But in this case, your bravado is stupidity. What? Varg takes another step forward. Though we are not touching, I can feel the suffocation of his presence. Oh. What? I attempt to take a step back and realize that my back is already against the wall. There is nothing more I can do. Well, either way, I couldn't have stepped back. I would have hit the wall either way. So, did I make the right choice or not? No? You should be afraid of me. No! Poor little ignorant princess. Ah, if only you knew what was in store for you. Now is no time to be a coward. Why don't you tell me then? Varg throws his head back and laughs. You are always a surprise, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you if you ask. Very nicely. What? How dare he? Oh yes! Thank you, yes. I figured. I was like, come on. I'm showing him that I'm not afraid of him. I like that defiant look on your face, princess. Ugh. Varg moves forward so close I can nearly feel his warmth. What is he doing? He's far too close, yes. But I think I like the look of fear even more. Come on, I'm waiting, princess. No. Or do I overwhelm you? You have no right to tell me what to do. Varg slams his hand against the wall, effectively caging me in. Oh no, he cabed on me. He leans down toward me, his smile predatory, but I do not flinch away. Still so brave. I'll admit it, I'm impressed. You're interesting, princess, and a lot more fun than I thought you'd be. As thanks for the entertainment, I'll share a little something with you. Okay, Alcaster doesn't want you safe because he's a good man. The type of man he is doesn't have a heart. Of course not, he just... Again, but still, it's like, at the same time, you know the very first time, I think it was in Rod's Rat, right? Where it was revealed that he wanted to, like, murder the entire royal family. And so I was, like, questioning. I was like, well, technically we're part of the royal family, but at some point he did figure out who we are despite being cursed because Sir Mythros is the one who let him in on it. So I don't understand why he was, like, he didn't kind of throw us under the bus as well, too, in terms of, like, when he staged his coup. Like, I don't know, like... He had that chance, you know, like he had that early on chance to, like, you know, do some harm to us once he found out who we are, but he didn't. I don't know. That was weird. That man won't do anything that won't benefit him in the future. What do you mean? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, maybe Sir Mythros in his bargain was like, don't harm her just yet because I need her in terms of, you know, the Tenebarium crystal shit. Probably, yeah, okay, yeah. And then he gets, you know, backstabbed anyway, so he wouldn't have known. Who? Wait. Is that someone Sir Mythros? Varg's eerie smile stretches further across his face. Oh, so you think you can think for yourself. Oh, shut up. What does Sir Mythros want? A lot of things. Ask me again when you can be more specific. Now, why don't you enlighten me? What's a good girl like you doing out at this time of night? Oh, I needed some air. Is that so? Well, I'm sure you've had quite enough, so... Varg pulls back from me the moment the footsteps sound. He swivels on the spot, his body tense. I feel a hand on my shoulder and realize belatedly that it is not Varg's. I am pulled away from its grasp. Bye! Oh, it's Waltz! Waltz? What are you doing here? Quickly! Okay. What? Oh. Varg is cut off as he defends himself when a sword suddenly strikes at his direction. Oh, it's Karma! Hey! I would keep your eyes on me, scoundrel, unless you do not fear being skewered. Oh, that man. He was the one who was with Waltz when I was chased down the streets. Yes, it's Karma. His features are familiar. Is that Karma? Yes, it is. He's a man all along. Come on, Hannah. I guess, but we need to get you back to the margin. Yes. You're not going anywhere, princess. Oh, no. Try as you might, you're not getting through me. Okay. I have to fight you clowns? Don't make me laugh. Oh, wow. Wow, he's so savage. Well, I guess it makes sense, because, you know, I guess his persona, this quote-quote persona, is more wolf-like, right? I see Varg lift his cane, but Waltz pulls me around the corner before I can see what happens next. His OP cane. Oh, Jesus Christ. Karma, I hope you're okay. What just happened? Did Varg... I turn around to check, but Waltz keeps pulling me forward. Oh, we made it back. Oh, shit. I have barely even stepped into the margin before Delora pulls me into a hug. What the hell? Where you been, girl? Thank goodness you're safe. Delora, Karma is still... Oh. Waltz pauses in surprise as an intense light erupts in the middle of the margin. What? For a few moments, I am struck blind. Who is this? Oh, it's the Parfait, you're back. Oh my gosh. As the light begins to fade away, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds onto the man who helped us earlier. Oh no! Waltz, please get Rumple right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. Karma, are you okay? Together, we carefully set him down on the sofa. Now that I can see the injured man more closely, I come to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma? Yes, he is badly injured. Parfait, what are you doing using the teleportation spell? You know what it does to your body. It was his cane. It was enchanted and I didn't think... Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Oh. Delora catches her before she can fall. I didn't have a choice. He would have killed him otherwise. Yeah. I was right then. I should have gone. What? What's all the noise? Well, the instant Rumple sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumple strides forward with a confidence I did not expect. I need hot water and the bag Anise keeps in the kitchen. I'll grab it for you. Who is this man and what has he done with Rumple? Rumple recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He's remembered that he's a doctor. Oh, congratulations, you did it without me. That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed, but I suppose that's not important right now. Of course not. I'm so glad you're safe, princess. But like... Delora, where were you? I have never seen Parfait look so tired. Parfait, are you hurt? Just exhausted. Don't worry about me, princess. I'll be fine. Like any of us are going to believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them, and I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together. Oh, don't fuss. I really am fine. What is going on? Ah. My brightness, stop. Yeah. Delora, why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come and join you shortly. Okay. Delora sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat beside me. Chocolate, hot and sweet. I raided the pantry for you. Aw. It smells exactly like something I'd have in the palace. I did not know there was chocolate here. Anise thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Aw. Will Karma be alright? Right? Rumple is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. I do not know how this happened. It was just meant to be a simple test, but now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They did not have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care so much about me? What do they really want? They would not have been hurt if they did not come. But I went to meet you, but when I got to the plaza, you were gone. Oh, I thought there might be some magic barring me from seeing you, so I ran to the margin and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed. Oh, no. The only one to blame is Varg. Yes, that asshole. Are you alright? You're limping. I'll be fine. I'm just tired. Parfait takes a seat on the opposite side of the table from Delora and I. Have you told her? No, I was just getting to that. No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about Alcaster? No, it's about Varg. Oh, is she gonna tell? Is she gonna say it? She's gonna say it. She's gonna say it. It's Fritz. It's Fritz, right? I waited a good half hour or so at the house after you'd left, Hannah. No one came, so I just walked out, but... Fritz wasn't there. He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. Uh-huh! What? But where would he have gone? Princess. Fritz is cursed. You know this, yes? Yeah, see? Yeah. Of course, he remembered me. But what does his being cursed have to do with anything? Everything, my dear. Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. In fact, I've never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've definitely never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once. See? Also, I am right. I called it. I'm so smart. Oh my gosh. I've been wondering why Varg is working for Alcaster. And then there's the fact that he wears a mask to conceal his identity. Yeah. They're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible. Oh, but it's probable. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. So is an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways, right? It's true. But Fritz would never. Well, it's only a theory, but it's more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person, right? I'm still calling it. Two personalities sharing one body, yeah. No. Yes. I stand and ball my hands into tight fists. You're wrong. I turn to walk away. Then, where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you. Delora, give her time. Right. Well, you can just, then the next time Fritz says he's gonna go retire or something, then why don't you just, you know, I don't know, sneak around the house and peer into his bedroom. Even though it seems kind of creepy, but like, still, it's like, come on. I do not get too far. I just want to give myself enough space to think. Fritz and Varg are the same? Yeah. It is not possible, but it is. Why would Delora say that? Princess. What the fuck are you... What? What the fuck? Sir Mythros? Where did he come from? And how does he know who I am? Well, he's a witch. He's the witch that was after you. Did Alcaster tell him? And Sir Mythros believed him? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Yeah. Could it be that Sir Mythros is the someone Varg was referring to? Yes. Thank goodness you're alright. Hey, don't play nice with me. I know who you are. How do you know where I was? I am so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. I will serve you properly from now on, with complete honesty, unlike those within the Marchen. You shouldn't have left the Leverton home. It is too dangerous for you. Sir Mythros has not seen me since I have been cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left the Leverton home. Right? Girl, don't trust him. Don't go with him. No, don't go with him. So you remember that I am the crown princess, Sir Mythros? I cannot lie to you, princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. Oh, so he's coming clean? Uh-huh, yeah. A witch? Father would never let a witch work in the palace. I feel the cogs of my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full, yeah. The witch who set the alarm on the Leverton home, the person Sir Alcaster wants a favor from, and the person he and Varg are working for. It's... him? Yes, it is. But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. I only want to protect you from the people in the Marchen. No. Protect me? And those in the Marchen have cursed you. It is unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to... when I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you. Abduct me from Varg? Who is Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True. Forgive my assuming, princess. I take a deep breath and look in his eyes. Okay, so she's trying to pull answers from him. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Haha, tell me now. Yes, in that they inhabit the same body. Yes! Yes! Wow, I didn't realize that we would find that out so early on in like his route. This is like only what, chapter 5? Yeah. Oh. No. Ugh. So Delora was telling the truth, yes. But it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in the way of your safety, least of all, the knight who is meant to protect you, yes. Are you the one who cursed him? I guess so. Yes. Ah, yeah. He said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the margin are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are your enemies. No, how can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public's opinion of you. Yes, they hate me for some reason, and they want Emmeline to be crown princess in my place. Sir Mythros nods, his expression solemn but flickering with sympathy. My dude, just a quick pause, just like one quick hot second here, was that, why is no one coming out from the margin and seeing any of this? Hello? And the margin people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He is right. I believe you have been cursed because they see you as a threat to their true goal. Their true goal? Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, because they irrationally despise you. No! Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use you and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. Oh my god, he's like manipulating us. I cannot let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I shall not fail you. Could that be true? Delora and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom, and the curse is meant to teach me. So could what Sir Mythros is saying really be true? What he says makes sense. Doubt him, believe him. Doubt him? Obviously. I ain't about to go trusting this snake. Hell no. Doubt him. But it cannot be true, right? I don't believe you. The people at the margin are not. Would good people curse you, even knowing how much you would suffer as a consequence? If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? Yeah, they cursed me for my own good. Delora might be the one who cursed me. Yeah, see, I chose right, but everyone else in the margin doesn't seem to think anything of it, right? I do not know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me, so why not ask them, princess? Ask the margin traders if they consider you a threat. Ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I have not lied. Lied, yeah. No, it's okay. I made the right choice anyway to doubt him, so whatever. So I go back to the margin with dark thoughts swirling in my head. Oh, there you are. We were worried about you. Oh, she's so apprehensive. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Delora. Why is it more difficult this time? Hana, are you okay? Just be straight up with her, come on. Where is Parfait? Rumple and Walter are seeing to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What do I say? How can I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Did you know what would happen after you cursed me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Hana, did she? No. Could Sir Mythros have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it felt to sleep out in the cold, without shoes, without food, not knowing if I would ever have a roof over my head again? Do you know what it was like for my own father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Delora and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all of that was going to happen and you still cursed me. And you call yourself good? Princess, how could you? Hana, I have my reasons, very important reasons, right? Is it because I'm a threat to you somehow? Delora's expression shows me that she is hiding something. She has been hiding something since the beginning. I wouldn't put it that way. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you, right? Delora's face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes as well as the guilt. She does not need to say anything else. Delora cursed me to hurt me. I wouldn't put it that way, come on. If she had wanted me to break it, she would have helped me rather than just criticize my every move. She's more of the tough love kind of person. All that she has succeeded in is keeping me from my birthright, and those at the margin all agree with that sentiment. Hana, I'm serious. I really just want to help you. Serious? When she has done nothing to help me, the answer is obvious. Delora does not want me to succeed. They are not different. They are the same. They are the same as everyone else. Sir Mythros was right. I cannot believe I trusted you. Oh, come on. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different. But I was wrong. I turn to leave. Hana, wait! Hana, you're misunderstanding everything! I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I see that Sir Mythros stands firmly in the same place. As I draw nearer, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. Are you alright? I take a moment to assess my feelings. There is anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? Oh, it's him too. Varg is here. Rough night, huh? Ugh! Where did Varg come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of her Martian friends. I did not have to speak with everyone to know. No one in that place has any reasons to help me. It's naive to think that their kindness does not come with a price. Oh, wow. Come, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mythros holds out his hands for me to take, but I do not take it. I instinctively take a step back, right? Like, I can't trust nobody. It's better, I guess, for her to not trust anybody at this point than to, like, go and trust him, just because he's quote-unquote proved a point to her. So yeah. Yeah, so I do not take it, I instinctively take a step back. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? Right. To your rightful place. I will take you back to the palace. How? No one there will believe you. And you knew who I was right from the beginning. Why did you not take me back to the palace earlier? I apologize for the delay, but I was making preparations for your return. Oh gosh. Preparations? That means he's locked the royal family up somewhere. You will find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mythros? No. At this point, I am not sure whom I'm supposed to trust anymore. Yeah. I would rather stay with Fritz. Yeah. But Fritz is this guy. Currently. My eyes fly to Varg, but I do not sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So the princess knows, huh? Yes, I do. Where is Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him up for you? Yes. I am not in the mood for jokes, Varg. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You choose him over me. I can protect you better than he can. I don't care. His smile becomes more malicious when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. Oh, will you now? Because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Listen, I didn't ask for your opinion, so just give me back Fritz. Varg, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs but says nothing more when Sir Mythros turns to me. Princess, it is of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from the Martian, and the palace is the safest place that I can think of. And also, what? Your mother requires something of you. My life force, you mean? What is he talking about? Mother is dead. Tell me what it is. I cannot talk about this here. Once you return to the palace, I will tell you all that you need to know. Right now, I must return to the palace to make the final arrangements. Varg will escort you to the Leverton so that you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Okay. Until tomorrow, princess. Oh, Sir Mythros bows to me but does not even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to look at Varg. It is still hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. His hair color, posture, and personality are so different from Fritz's. Right? How did you change your hair color, girl? Is it just some sort of like magical girl transformation sequence that you need to go through? Huh? Or is it like a blinding flash of light and it's just like suddenly it's Fritz and then it's Varg? How could they be the same person? Do I have something on my face? Yes. I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, princess. I bite. You do not. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in and of itself. There is no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Mythros' doing, then he won't let Varg hurt me. Oh, Mythros has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They are the same height and build, but that is not so strange. I lean in closer still so that I can look past the shape of his mask. His eyes are the same. They are Fritz's eyes. Right. I can no longer deny everything Sir Mythros and Delora have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger. One of the people I thought I knew best, but now know nothing about. You are Fritz's curse, but I have not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Yeah, you really should brush up on your fairy tales. Oh yeah, okay. So like the way people have like taken the story of Little Red Riding Hood and they have twisted it in many so ways where it's like at one point the version of it was that Little Red Riding Hood was both her, the little girl, and the big bad wolf. So it's just like there was that too. I've seen that, so I totally get it. I can see where this is coming from. Oop. So Varg's voice is suddenly low, or a low growl in his throat. Oh. I feel a shiver run down my spine. I tried to run away only to have my attempt thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You cannot hurt me if you wanted to. Fritz would never... He's like, I'm not Fritz. Yeah, oh, but I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy knight might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for even a single scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. Oh. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment I stand there, shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner if they are the same person? Well, he's a different persona, right? So it's just like, you know. Defend Fritz say nothing. How could a curse change Fritz into someone like Varg? It's his own inner demons. I don't know, but anyways, we're gonna defend Fritz, of course. Defend him. Fritz is not a dog. Really now, how much do you know about your precious knight? I try to say something, but nothing comes out. It is true that I do not know much about him at all. You know nothing about him, so stop pretending you do. You know nothing. Varg continues to walk forward ever so slowly, but I remain rooted in place. Eventually, he whirls around and looks at me. Any day now, princess. I study his expression and body language. While his glaring might have made me nervous earlier, it does not faze me now. All this time I've been uneasy about you, even though it is your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrow at him, then take a confident step forward. This time, it is Varg that shirks away from me. Ooh, yes. Does having to answer to Sir Mythros and Sir Alcaster chafe at you? Chafe? Yeah, chafe at you, Varg? Does it rub you the wrong way? Does it rustle your jimmies? If it does, perhaps you are more similar to Fritz than you think. Varg's hands clench over his cane as he glowers at me. Did I make the right choice? I don't know. You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Hana? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body. Well, sure magic was the catalyst, but the other part of the magic, well, that was all Fritz. What? Do you think Fritz is some great honorable knight? Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core, and then you know what? I wouldn't exist. Oh, yeah, see? So it's like his inner demons. Like, Varg is his inner demon. But so I shouldn't have defended Fritz then? What? Okay, I'm confused. Confusion. What is he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. Yes. No, you're wrong. Fritz twisted and dark? I do not believe it. I think I know Fitzgerald a lot better than you do, Hana. Don't think I act this way. Don't think I act this way of my free will. At least not completely. I have these compulsions. The Varg. I can't read. I don't know what's happening. My reading just deteriorated so fast, so quickly. So the spark in Varg's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his glaze glassy. What? Oh, his expression suddenly twists, becoming something dark and anguished. He doubles over to the ground with a pained gasp. What's happening? You are meant to be asleep. Oh! Whom is he talking to? He's talking to Fritz. There we go! Flash of light. Oh, there he goes. I watch in horror as Varg's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. The darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as the figure fades into a black silhouette. Whoa, okay, so that's how he transforms. Before I can decide whether to go to his side or not, the shadows tumble like a fallen cloak. Oh, wow. I immediately recognize a man standing before me. Fritz! Princess, what are you doing here? You don't remember? Fritz places a hand on his head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly as he slowly rises. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep. Then there was this distant pain that woke me up, and now I'm suddenly here with you. Oh, okay, so that would make sense. It would make sense that he would not remember, like, anything that Varg has been up to. Did Varg's emotions somehow trigger Fritz into waking? I'm sorry, Princess. My mind is a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel better once I get some rest. Ugh, you're right. Let's go back. I feel the tenseness come back into my body as I remember all of the things that transpired at the march-in. The building is dim at night and looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hands into fists and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They wanted me to suffer. No! My heart hardens into something cold and sharp as ice. Their kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turn away from the march-in with conviction. I am not meant to stay there. I must go back to where I belong. But girl! Oh, King Gennaro. Hana, you're alright? Why wouldn't I be? Your personal maid left last night? Yes. Is it true that you caught her trying to steal one of your dolls? Why would I lie about that? I'm sorry. Why? Because she betrayed your trust. Impossible. I did not trust her in the first place. But wasn't she with you for years? Yes. And you are not at all saddened by her change of heart. She saw the opening to take something from me and took it. I am not surprised nor sad. Oh wow. It was to be expected. All people use others to take things that they want. That's so sad. But of course, that's how she was raised, by her mom. Okay, so Princess, why are we here? He really doesn't remember anything about last night. I guess his memories must truly be separate from Varg's. Yes, it is. I've been trying to remember, but my memories feel like they're slipping through my fingers. Yes. Why won't you talk to me, Princess? If I said or did something wrong yesterday, I'm sorry. No, you did nothing. You did not do anything wrong, Fritz. He was the one at fault, not you. Oh, he? Yes. When I open my mouth to tell him about Varg, I find that the words are stuck in my throat. I turn away for a few moments, a gloom settling back on my shoulders. But after hearing what Varg said, I do not have the courage to tell him, not yet. Yes, you think Fritz is some great honorable knight. Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then you know what? I wouldn't exist, yeah. Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, Princess, yeah. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. Why won't you look at me? Have I been a fool to so blindly trust Fritz all of this time too? Princess. Aw, but Princess, you are here. Sir Mythros. The preparations are complete. You are now free to enter your old home. Uh-oh. Sir Mythros pushes open the gate and walks through. I take a deep breath and then follow after him. I have so many emotions inside of me right now that I cannot even begin to parse through them. Before I take more than a few steps forward, Fritz's fingers curl around my wrist. Princess, what is happening? The look in his eyes is familiar. He wears the same concern and worry for me that he always does. He seems every bit himself, but he is no longer the same person to me. I'm going home, Fritz. Well, it's a mistake. I pull my arm away from his grasp and follow Sir Mythros into the palace without looking back. Is he gonna go find the march-in and tell people? Resurrection? We're gonna resurrect Mother? Are you kidding me? Oh no. Tell me the story again. Do you never tire of that story, love? Please. Well, since you asked so nicely. Once upon a time, there was the queen who had a daughter that she loved very much. But the kingdom the queen ruled was a cruel and mean place. The people were liars and thieves, and it was terribly dangerous. The queen knew that the kingdom would never be safe for her beloved daughter if she didn't work to change it. So the queen worked day and night. With magic. Hush, dear. So the queen worked day and night and used her magic to take the bad people's energy from them so they couldn't cheat and steal and lie. And then the queen made sure that the energy would stay with her and her beloved daughter so nothing could harm them ever again. And the queen and her daughter lived happily ever after. Now, really? Oh boy. There are 2 days remaining until my 18th birthday. I have been living in the palace for the last few months, and while it is not what I expected, it is still not so dissimilar that I am uncomfortable. I get to stay in my room and am served the same food as the occupants of the palace. Only now I am not expected to share my meals with the king and his family. It was strange that nobody even asked who I am, not even the king, but that did not matter. What is important is that I am back in the palace. So wait, what? Only a witch like Sir Mythros could have orchestrated all of this. Unless he like mind-controlled them? I have no idea. Maybe. Magic was all I needed to bring you back here. Convenient, isn't it? Who exactly are you, Sir Mythros? What is a witch like you doing here in the palace? I am your mother's faithful servant, your highness. But I do not recall ever seeing you here until after mother passed away. I did not work within the palace at the time, but once your mother passed, I took a job here to fulfill her wishes to protect you. I was consumed with worry when you disappeared all those months ago. I suspected immediately that you were cursed and that the Lucis bearer had acted to keep you concealed from me. If only you could understand the relief I felt when I learned that Fritz had found you. How will you prove that you're not like the people at the Marchen, then that you will not lie to me or betray me? Sir Mythros kneels in front of me and places a hand over his heart. I made a promise to my queen that I would give you my undying loyalty, princess. I would protect you with my life. Are you sure? Like, no, I feel like his loyalty and like his trust and his faith would be to our mother first and then us after. Him saying that does little to convince me that I can trust him. I know, everything I am doing is in service to my queen and my princess. Oh, so what is it that mother requires me to do? Patience. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise. Oh. Well, that surprise is not a pleasant one. Sir Mythros claims he is mother's faithful servant. That should be enough reason for me to trust him, but I am still on edge. What is this surprise he has in store for me? My thoughts drift back to the occupants of the Marchen. They kept saying that they cared about me, yet I have not heard from them at all. Even Rod, who lives here, I barely even see him. And Fritz. Since I returned to the palace, I have been seeing less and less of Fritz and more of Varg. Yes. In the beginning, I continually asked Fritz about his memories of specific days, of times when he was Varg. Fritz never seemed to recall anything. He just smiled at me sheepishly and told me that his age was probably making his memory worse. Hey now. Yeah, Fritz isn't even that old. Since then, things have changed. I no longer bother asking Fritz about things he surely does not remember. Fritz does not remember anything related to Varg, yes. Yet Varg retains all of his memories as Fritz. Oh, wow. Hey, that was not fair. I know I should tell Fritz about Varg, but it is the fear that he will not believe me, but also something much worse. I am worried that whatever it is inside of Fritz will only lash out at me, the part of him that Varg came from. If I were Fritz, I would not be able to believe it either. I look toward my shelves of dolls, unable to shake my feelings of disquiet. The dolls are all the same as always, their glassy gaze is focused on nothing and everything. It looks so empty without Dolora. Yeah. No, I do not miss her. I do not miss anyone. Right? No, you're wrong, girl. Okay, the sound of footsteps pulls me out of my thoughts. Yeah. Who else is wandering the halls at this time of night? I am unable to restrain my curiosity, and the emotion soon drives me from my room and out into the hallway. So, I gingerly follow the faded footsteps down the hallway, and there I see two familiar people. Alcaster? And yeah, Sir Mythros and Sir Alcaster? Of course, it would be those two snakes. I grow impatient. 2 days is an insignificant amount of time when you've already waited so long. I have been waiting years. Yes, the princess is safe, and will continue to be safe, just as you have required. Our agreement was clear, Sir Alcaster. I will not help you until after the princess turns 18. I would remember the sort of aid you have requested of me. Yes. What prevents us from killing Gennaro now? Oh, yes. A small gasp comes from my mouth, and I am not able to muffle it in time, despite the fact that I hold my hands up to my lips to keep myself from shouting. I stop breathing even as my mind whirls. Kill the king? Why would Sir Alcaster and Sir Mythros want to do that? Well, of course, it's to take the crown! God, you stupid girl. That sound... Oh, do not try and distract me. Oh, what would we lose by acting now? What did we lose by acting now? We could lose everything if we act too hastily. I think it would do you good to learn some patience from your son. Oh, hello, Varg. Sir Alcaster. Varg, what a pleasant surprise! Mythos smirks as Varg moves to stand off to the side of the two men, his expression solemn. I trust that you have tamed Fritz. What are you talking about? Oh, even he doesn't realize that? What? You have not noticed, even when your own son is being overwhelmed? Varg is gaining control, slowly but surely. Oh my god, is it eventually that his curse is that he would be taken over by Varg? Oh no! He no longer has to wait for Fritz's consciousness to descend into sleep. In a few weeks, perhaps even days, Varg may be able to help us during the day. Oh, then that is why I have only seen Varg at night. If he can act during the day as well, what will happen to Fritz is that he'll be gone forever. He'll be asleep forever, probably, inside of Varg. Blah, blah, blah. I hope you're not trying to avoid your mission in staying here. How curious. Perhaps Fritz is stronger than you think. Oh, that weakling? Don't make me laugh. I just find this extremely boring. Varg shrugs before walking away. How interesting. I do not approve of his methods. What would you have me to do to improve him? He completes every task you give him. He has softened. What? Well, let us see if he completes this task. Oh no. Then we will know for certain where his loyalties lie. Oh, does it have something to involve us? Yeah. As Sir Mythros and Sir Alcassid begin to walk away, I exhale. I feel a slight shudder when Sir Mythros stops and gazes behind him, his eyes wandering to my hiding place at the end of the hall. My heart thumps loudly in my ears as I wait to hear him leave. The wind has a bitter chill to it tonight. Yeah, like ice. Are you referring to me? Mythos turns on his heels with a slight twitch of his lips before he disappears. Yeah. Okay, well, so there you go, Hana. You've learned the ugly truth. Now what will you do? I make my way back to my room in a daze. My whole body feels weak, and when I eventually get to my bed, I crash down on it, feeling numb. They mean to kill the king, but why? Sir Alcas and Sir Mythos are two of his most trusted advisors. What could the king have done to make them desire his death? And why does Sir Mythos want to wait until I am 18? What happens then? Does this have anything to do with that gift he was talking about? Yes. Does Sir Mythos plan on using me for something? Yes. I clench my hands into fists and inhale sharply. I think of the other things that came up in conversation. They said that Varg might be able to act during the day soon. Does this mean Fritz will disappear? My breath catches in my throat at the thought. Yes. Princess, there's no need to look at me like that. It's my job to know you, Princess. And right now, I know something's not right. It is your job to protect me. Knowing me is a very different thing. Princess, please, perhaps you should worry more about yourself. My job as a knight is to protect my charge, to put their life before mine. If I can't protect you, how can I call myself a knight? Fritz reaches out as if to touch me, but I shrink away. Do not touch me. Sorry, Princess. Just please know I'm always here if you need to talk. If Fritz disappears, what will happen? You'll feel very sad. I almost jump when I hear something shouting just outside my door. Someone shouting just outside my door. Quickly, Emmeline. Rod? I quickly stand up and move towards my door, pulling it open to catch a glimpse of the outside. I end up opening the door into Rod's face. Oops, sorry! He comes to an abrupt stop and glares at the door that blocks his straight path. His hand is outstretched as if he is meant to reach from my door. Rod? Emmeline? Jesus, are we escaping now? It's so late. What are they doing out of their rooms? Rod's fingers tighten over Emmeline's hand. They both look exhausted, and Emmeline is on the verge of tears. What is happening? Rod seems to consider something before he finally comes to a silent conclusion. His eyes glare right into mine. Get out of the way. What? Rod's voice is colder than usual, even for him. Emmeline's eyes widen as she stares at him in shock. Rod, but I thought... This isn't the time. So here's where the rabbits escaped. Varg. Varg is slowly making his way over to us, his posture relaxed, expression indifferent. He does not even look winded. Well, this is a complication. Move, help them. I'ma help them! Jesus! Varg? No! Bad Varg, no. You're a no. I'ma help them. Help them. Is this the mission Sir Alcaster was referring to? Yes. Rod tugs at Emmeline's wrist to prompt her into motion, but the two of them are too slow. In one swift movement, Varg has circled them and tripped Emmeline, toppling her to the floor. Ouch. Varg moves forward to grab her, but before he can so much as touch her, I jump into action, pushing Varg from the side. I move to stand between Emmeline and Varg. I can hear Rod helping his sister up, but my eyes are trained on Varg. What are you going to do to them? Kill them. Why do you care? Why do I care? But still, because I know this isn't something Fritz would do. Varg hesitates, giving Rod time to act. Yeah. Rod throws a vial that breaks upon impact with the floor. It releases a cloud of smoke that envelops everything around it. I feel someone's fingers at my wrist, and then I am being dragged away. Okay, thank you. When my vision clears, I see Emmeline standing before me, holding my wrist tightly. Come on. Yes. What was that? It is something Lady Parfait made for our escape. Oh, our escape? Did you really think the Martian gave up on you? We must move. Yes. Oh, come on. I surely must have made the right decision. Come on. We run toward the palace tunnels. A place I haven't visited in many years. Yeah. I thought they barricaded this. Well, not quite. The key! Do you think we've lost him? No, not yet. Emmeline turns to me, her eyebrows drawn over her eyes in a look of sympathy. I'm so sorry you got caught up in this. I know we were all meant to escape together according to Rod, but we were not expecting it to be like this. It was difficult to get a hold of you with Varg hanging around. Oh, yes! But thank you for what you did back there, yes. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't helped us. Yes, I am suddenly uncomfortable speaking to her, so I turn to face Rod instead. Anna, what does Varg want with you? She's like, okay, and just ignores her. Oh my god. My best guess is that he wants us dead, yeah. Obviously. That can't be. Yes, how else would you explain the way he came after us then? But why would he want you dead? Rod's bright eyes seem fiercer in the darkness of the tunnel. I think it must be what his master wants, yeah. After all, dogs only respond to orders. I'm offended, Prince. Oh god, why were we idling around here just talking? You! I whirl around, dread rising in my chest as I turn to look at Varg, who is slowly catching up to us. This was meant to be quick. Varg looks at me, his eyes glittering with amusement. But as always, you complicate things, Princess. I cannot hide how much I am trembling, but I still hold out my arm to protect the siblings. Go. Not without you. Go now. Yes. Come on. Alright, I turn back to Varg as the two flee. My body tenses as I wait for Varg to move. I will stop him, or at least buy them some more time. But Varg remains still as a statue. He remains rooted to the spot. I have no idea how long we stand there, frozen in place. You never cease to amaze me. So what's going to happen now? Were you going to kill them? Yes. Yes? He is not answering. Does that mean I'm right? Yes. Is this what Sir Alcaster ordered you to do? Why else would I be here if not for an order? Yes. Why would he want you to kill Rod and Emmeline? And why does he want to kill the king? Oh, you overheard quite a bit, huh? Yes, I have. Probably a little more than you should have. The tension in the air becomes palpable, and it becomes harder to breathe. Varg's fingers tighten on his cane. He wouldn't hurt me, would he? He'll probably knock you out, is what he'll do. Varg moves, and for a few moments I am frozen with terror. Then a word I had forgotten long ago suddenly comes to my lips, unbidden. A word that Fritz once told me before. Well, how do you pronounce that? Adiuva? Oh, this time it is Varg that freezes. He raises his cane, but it never comes down. His eyes are wild, even though it hasn't moved. Suddenly, he looks as if he is restraining himself. I can see the struggle on his contorted expression, and then I realize that he is fighting to stay in control. It worked! Wow. I remain still for another moment, my mind racing. There he goes! Varg drops to his knees, and I see shadows forming beneath him. Tendrils of darkness snake their way up his body, beginning to engulf him. This is what happened last time when he changed back into Fritz, yeah. There is still awareness in Varg's eyes, however. His gaze is cold and accusatory. It remains that way even as the shadows creep their way up his face. Okay, I find my feet again and rush past Varg into the depths of the palace. I run, too frightened of what I might find if I look back. Okay. But girl, are you alright? But why run back to the palace? You could have run back to the margin. Are you alright? Yeah. If you are truly worried for my safety, then you should have told the king how unsafe it is for me to leave the palace. Isn't that a knight's job, Sir Do you have so little faith in me? What? Don't you trust me to keep you safe, princess? 3 years ago, when I swore that I would give my life for yours, I meant it. I still do. Aw, I would never let anything harm you, ever. Aw. Perhaps I need to make another promise to you, princess, so that I may ease your worries. Remember this carefully, okay? Okay. Adiova. Adiova. Adiova? What does that mean? It's from an old language that no one speaks anymore. Oh. Is it Latin? It's what people used to say when they were calling for help. Something to call when I need help? Yeah, if for any reasons I'm not there and you need me, just say that word. Scream it at the top of your lungs if you need to. I promise I'll come running. A knight would never break a promise to his lady. Aw, trust in me. Trust in me. Hold still, please. I have to go. Yeah. Okay. But why run back, girl? I have been awake for hours, unable to sleep. I stand by my window, waiting for something, anything to happen, but all is still beyond the glass window pane. Yeah. I have no idea what I ought to do. What is going to happen now? Should I tell someone? I returned to the palace because my room still feels like the safest place, but why? Am I here because I feel I need to tell the king what happened? Because I hope that Fritz will return. I do not even know if the king is still here. I haven't seen him at all. My hand instinctively reaches out for my necklace, and I realize that there is an additional piece. Oh, finally! A piece of the slipper. I look down and a small gasp escapes my lips when I notice a new piece of the glass slipper. A new piece of the slipper, yes! But how? What was my good deed? Probably helping the siblings. I remember the night I helped Rod and Emmeline escape from Varg. That was a good deed? Yes, it was. Because you technically saved their life. Oh, it's Fritz, princess. Fritz. I have been looking for Prince Rod and Princess Emmeline. Have you seen them? No. Of course not. My eyes are beginning to sting. I am startled when I realize that there are tears burning my eyes. What's wrong? Oh, just really emotional. Varg is gaining control, slowly but surely. He no longer has to wait for Fritz's consciousness to descend into sleep. Yeah. In a few weeks, perhaps even days, Varg may be able to help us during the day. Yeah. Can I even trust Fritz now? Fritz looks at me with worry clear on his face. He draws closer to me, his hand reaching out for me. No, what the fuck? I pull back immediately, my breath caught in my throat. Oh no, it's just our trick of the eye. Princess? For a moment, I just saw Varg. What is going on? Will he believe me if I am straightforward? Something's been wrong ever since we returned to the palace. Yes, princess, please, Fritz clenches his hands into fists, his face twists into obvious pain. His face twists with obvious pain. Please let me help you. Let him doubt him. I will let you! I mean, yes. I don't think pushing him away would do him good, you know? At this point, because, you know, of course, Varg is trying to gain control of him, right? So let's let him. Fritz, I do not know how to explain. He slowly moves toward me again. Start from the beginning. Fritz carefully slides his hand over mine. I can trust him. Right? Right? Fritz, you're cursed. Yeah, princess, you've been worrying about me. Yeah, there's no reason for you to be concerned about me. Neither of us have actually seen this curse in action. But I've seen it! That's the thing! You are cursed with a separate cruel personality. It's one that has been scaring me, and last night, Varg, I mean you, were going to kill Rod and Emmeline. His gaze is confused, his gaze is a confused muddle of worry and doubt. You don't believe me. I do not doubt you, princess. I'm just confused. How can I not know about the existence of an alternate personality, or about a curse inflicted on me? I pull my hand away from him and cross to the other side of my room so that my bed acts as a barrier between us. But Varg knows you. How is it possible that Varg is still aware of you when you do not even know he exists? I begin to pace, my emotions whirling. And how am I to trust you when you won't even trust me? You were supposed to believe me. Oh wow, how could you not? Why do you think I would lie about this? Last night, I thought Varg was going to kill me, and I used that word you taught me because I felt I was in danger. What? I said it, and he stopped, and I thought that maybe it was you who heard me say that word. The words become tar in my throat, choking me. I trusted you. Was I not supposed to, I have no idea with this man. Like, I'm supposed to stand up to To Varg, of course, certainly, and show him no fear. But in terms of Fritz, like, am I supposed to, like, doubt him every single way? Like, I don't even know. Fritz's eyes are dark as I'm confused. I'm frustrated. See, Fritz's eyes are dark as he drops his gaze to look solemnly at the floor. And now I do not know if I am meant to. Silence descends upon my room. When I finally look at Fritz again, the man I see is a stranger. Gone is the Fritz that I once knew, and standing in his place is nothing but a shadow. I thought he'd be different. He showed me so much kindness and pretended to care, and yet... Mother was right. Mother was always right. What? I was supposed to doubt him? Oh my god. I feel a dull ache in my chest as I turn on my heels to look away from Fritz. This is what happens when you trust in someone. This is what happens when you begin to believe in others. Oh. Ah, back hug. Surprise back hug. I gasp when I feel strong arms wrap around me from behind. I can feel Fritz's warm breath against the back of my neck. It sends shivers tumbling down my spine. Let me go, Fritz. No. I order you to let me go. But Fritz only tightens his grip. While the warm embrace is suffocating, it is only oddly comforting. It is also oddly comforting. Sorry, Princess. I cannot be ordered to leave you like this. I swore an oath to you, and made a promise to myself that I would always stand by your side. No matter how much you push me away, I will always be here for you. From the day I was assigned to you, I saw how much you suffered. That's why I will protect you with everything that I am. I bite my lip as I struggle to keep myself from crying. How can I trust Fritz's words when Varg has done nothing but cause suffering to everyone around me? But it seems like I have also been the one to cause you so much pain. He loosens his arms until I am no longer within his embrace. I suddenly feel cold and empty, but I do not move toward Fritz again. His voice is very soft when he speaks again. I'm sorry. I do not look up when he leaves. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. How can I have forgotten that? Really? Really? I was supposed to doubt him? I mean, I tried doubting him the first time around when he, like, comforted us, from our nightmare. Like, I was supposed to tell him everything, but I was like, keep silent. But now this time I was supposed to not say anything? Oh my god. If I had been able to have my way, I would have left my room. If I had been able to have my way, I would not have left my room at all. Yeah. After everything that has happened, I do not think I want to know what Sir Mythros' request is. I am also worried about the so-called wonderful gift he wants to show me. Perhaps he means to kill me along with the king. Possibly, by draining your life force. Surely I should be more alarmed at this empathy. At this epiphany. Empathy. God damn it, yes. Surely I should be more alarmed about this epiphany, yet for some reason I only feel numb. Oh. I do not acknowledge Varg when he enters the room. Princess, I'd ask what you were thinking about, but it's written all over your face. Uh-huh. That, and I happen to have the memories of it too. Yeah. Poor princess, your knight in shining armor turned out to be less of a hero than you thought, Oh my god, stop it. Hurts, doesn't it? Well, I did tell you. I wonder why you're so surprised. Varg, you piece of shit. I think you're annoying our princess, Varg. Sir Mythros' presence, for once, is actually a relief. He bows to me, but I no longer believe that smile on his face. Princess, you have my most sincere thanks for agreeing to meet me at such a late notice. What is it that you want to show me, Sir Mythros? Actually, answer me this first, as it has been troubling me for some time. Why do you want to kill the king? Yeah, I see we have much to talk about. Let us walk and talk, if you do not mind. Sir Mythros looks at Varg. Do not disturb us, Varg. Tch. Okay. Varg disappears back into whatever shadow he's emerged from as Sir Mythros and I make our way back into the hall. Okay. It seems my suspicions were correct. You did overhear Alcastor and I the other night, didn't you? Yes, I did. Princess, I must assure you that I have nothing but your best wishes at heart. Oh my gosh. It is not that I wish... What? It is not I that wishes to remove your father from power. That is Sir Alcastor's desire, yeah. Is this what Jurian spoke of all those months ago? Did she discover Sir Alcastor's motives only to be discharged from the order as a result? Yes. Why did you agree to help him? I required Sir Alcastor's assistance for certain things. It was a mutually beneficial decision for both of us to work together. But do not worry, I never had any intentions of going through with your father's murder. Is this why you were delaying him until after my birthday? Sir Mythros' smile is almost genuine. My princess is wise, just like her mother. Alright, I realized that Sir Mythros had led me into the secret tunnels. Where are you taking me now? Yeah. My princess is also impatient, just like her mother. The impudence of this man. You said Varg answered to you, but he also carries out Sir Alcaster's orders. It was Sir Alcaster's desire to take over Angiel as cleanly as he could. He sought to accomplish that by killing all those with a claim to the throne. Sir Rod and Emmeline, yes, but I was never going to let him kill you. In exchange for ensuring your safety, Sir Alcaster required, among other things, a servant. Oh, so I provided him with one. Sir Alcaster needed someone that could remain close to him, hidden in plain sight, so to speak. He also required that they have the skills of untrained knight. Oh. Sir Fitzgerald was capable of guarding you, my princess, but he was not as capable of carrying out Sir Alcaster's other orders. But why go to such lengths to curse Fritz? Well, princess. Sir Mythros focuses his intent gaze on me. Something dangerous and bright shimmers in his eyes. I shrink back. Any threat to your life had to be removed. Oh, besides, I am under the impression that your loyal knight would be happy to sacrifice part of himself in order to protect the perfect guardian. Or in order to become the perfect guardian, yes, meh. What do you gain from doing all of this? What are you gaining? I require something from you, something only you can provide. My life force. It is something I had to wait for, as you need to be 18 in order to give it to me. I have been preparing this gift for you for a long time, my princess. It is the gift of resurrection. Wow. I will bring back the queen. What? Will you help me? No, mother is dead. Mother is dead. What are you talking about? Mother is dead. Mother is dead. Yeah, only in name. Mother has been dead for years. If she had been alive, I would have known. Your mother sustained great injuries during the Great War. She needed time to heal. Then where has she been, and why would she pretend to be dead? Why would she leave me alone? Your mother is sleeping, and you are the only one that can wake her. Yeah. Why me? Well, my princess, you are heir to more than just the kingdom of Angiel. Queen Hildire was the bearer of the Crystalium Tenebrarium, one of the 2 Crystalium of Angiel. Yes, what? So we're hearing the story from him. As her daughter, you're the next bearer. You are destined to be a great witch, just like your mother. My mother, a witch? Yes. Impossible. Impossible! It is the truth. You were so young then, my princess, and the world was so cruel to you. Why do I not remember any of this? Because she erased your memory, yes. The queen sought to protect you and shrouded your memories of the pain you suffered at the hands of humans. Is this why the people of Angiel despise and fear me? Yes. And once you turn 18, you will inherit the full abilities of the Tenebrarium bearer. With that power, you can revive your mother. Is this not what you've been dreaming of ever since you lost her? Hello? I dare not even dream this was possible. So for so many years, all I wanted was for mother to return to me. But now, no, I cannot falter. Oh my god, mother was the only person I could trust. She is still the only person who loves me. That's what you think. I have made my decision. Tell me what I must do. Ah, no, she's agreeing to it, of course. Sir Mythros smiles and steps aside. Behind him is a large rusty door. Come with me. Are we actually going to see the crystal? There she is! There she is! Oh my god! Mother! Yes, she is still as beautiful as the day she became one with the Tenebrarium. Sir Mythros reverently strokes his hand across the Tenebrarium as if caressing mother's face. These last 4 years, I have come to visit her as much as I possibly can. But I cannot wait to see her beauty grace the halls of the palace once more. And no one knew that she was being kept here. I mean, this crystal's gotta be huge, but like, no one has thought to like, you know, search the palace. God. Sir Mythros turns to me. Place your hands on the Tenebrarium. Wait, before I do this. Sir Mythros, you said you have no Sir Mythros, you said you have no desire to kill the king. Yes. Swear to me that you will not allow Sir Alcaster's plans to succeed. Swear that you will protect the lives of the royal family. I do not wholly understand why I am asking this of Sir Mythros, yet a part of me feels compelled to do so. I may not see them as much of a family, but they have done nothing to deserve death. Right? My princess. Swear it. Yeah. Very well. I swear I shall not allow Sir Alcaster to kill any of the royal family. Oof. Is that the stroke of midnight? Is it now my birthday? Am I officially 18? The clock tower chimes. The bell echoes in the chamber. The sound dull and eerie. Sir Mythros' eyes flash as he gestures his hand wildly. Now, princess, now! Put your hand! Slap it! Slap the crystal! The air in the room becomes cold, so cold I could actually feel my body becoming like ice. Something is wrong. This does not feel right. I try to move away, but my attempts are thwarted by some kind of magical force. The tenebrarium is pulling me toward it. Yes. Sir Mythros! He's like, this is all part of the plan. It is too late to turn back now, princess. No! The pull is strong. I am drawn to it like a magnet. The invisible force renders me a puppet. It takes a hold of my body and forces me to raise my hands to the crystallium. I press my palms against the face of the tenebrarium, my hands framing my mother's face. Her expression is gentle in her unnatural sleep. The tenebrarium is freezing beneath my fingertips at first, but it steadily begins to warm as the clock continues counting down to 12. The warmer the tenebrarium grows, the colder my body feels. I'm dying! Yes, it feels like it is sapping all my energy. That is precisely what it is doing. Like the tenebrarium is feeding off me. The pain starts slowly. It creeps up and out until it is flooding my entire body. I attempt to twist my body away from the tenebrarium's surface, but my hands are stuck. I turn to Sir Mythros for help, but there is nothing but crazed glee in his smile. Yes! 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 Excellent! Yeah. His eyes are focused on the crystallized form of my mother. See, I knew it. His loyalty and his faithfulness lies more to our mother than us. I become dimly aware of the tears that are beginning to fall from my eyes. I cannot go on like this. My vision starts to blur until I feel myself falling into endless darkness. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Oh, mother? Yes, my sweet? What are you doing? I am planning, dearest one. Mother has to be ready for when she takes over NGL. But doesn't father rule NGL? Oh, sweet, father will soon be too tired to rule. Mother will rule for him, and when you are grown, you shall follow in my footsteps. I will make NGL a kingdom to behold, my darling. You will never be hurt, and no one shall deny you anything. And the people will bend to your whim and will behave as they ought to. There will be no bad people? No, dearest one, there will be no bad people in our kingdom. I will make sure of that. Oh no! Oh no! And oh no! Chapter 7 perspective. Yes, that's how you read it. Oh no! Oh wait, I'm alive! Wow, I am still alive. Okay, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I know. Oh my god, we've just reached such a pinnacle point. We possibly resurrected our mother, and you know, Sir Mythros has gotten what he wanted, and you know, the thing that the Martian people has been preventing or didn't even know about has happened. So it's like, we still haven't we still haven't really like gone to like the really deep core of like Fritz's curse, as well as like we only just got one piece of our slipper too. It's like, oh my god, Jesus, so much has happened in so little time, and so I am so curious as to how this is all gonna end. But I for sure am anticipating a bad ending, so just so you guys, fair warning already, you should probably brace yourself for a bad ending, for everything to go to shit, and because that is how it usually happens. That's how it goes. So yeah, so tune in next time. We're gonna continue on Fritz's route. I'm so back and forth with his like choices. I don't know how to get a read on him. I honestly don't. So yeah, and anyways, regardless, we're going to continue on in the next episode with chapters 7 and 8. See where the hell this is going to go. And yeah, oh my god, tune in until then. But for now, you guys, bye!